So the gantry motor is basically exactly the same setup as what I just showed you. Just the clamp is a little different, so be aware that there's a different clamp for the gantry. Don't use that on the other ones. But essentially, I've laid that structure that I just showed you down into the rack. The gears meshing with the gear rack here. Put the tensioner in. There's a little tensioner tube here, so you thread it in to here, just the first one for now, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in, this piece in. Now this is the part I was telling you about. So before you start pushing this down in, my suggestion would be, first of all, loosen off the set screw. That would be my first suggestion. 1 second. Oh, and actually I just knocked it into the position, but let me see if I can back that off and just show you, because it was something of a bit of a difficult thing initially, and then when I figured out what to do, it was much easier. So essentially, see, this actually gets pretty sticky. So basically, what I'm trying to do is, I can't back it off now. That's actually why I suggest doing it beforehand. Once it gets in there, it's pretty stuck. So let me set the camera down here, and we'll see what we can do here. 1 sec. If you could kind of see what I'm doing here or not. Let's see. All right, so let's see if I can get this out. You really don't want to. There we go. Okay. So I'm just pulling this straight out. Okay, so it's essentially a piece. This is the collar, and it's got a set screw in it there. This is going through here. So the set screw, the collar only fits in one way. So if you put it in the wrong way, it's not going to sit properly. So what I'm suggesting is put the collar in here, put this in, and get it lined up at the hole and everything. So somewhere in that neighborhood. And once you've got it lined up at the hole, then turn it so that it clicks in. Now you can tighten. So this is dropped down to fit the cam, and now I'm going to tighten this bolt up, and we can make sure that it's all seated properly. So I'm just going to tighten the bolt down. And the bolt goes down a lot easier too if you make sure that cam's in place first. Okay, and once you pretty much fully tighten that down, the cam will, the collar will turn without the bolt turning. And so that's what you want to make sure of, is that when you turn, that'll turn the inside bearings. So once you've got that and you're sure the cam's in place, then you can tighten that set screw, and it's much easier. Okay, I'm going to tighten that set screw. And I'm just going to make sure, before I fully tighten that set screw, just going to make sure that bolt is tightened there. All right, now I'm going to finish tightening my set screw. Everything should be tightened firmly, but definitely don't over tighten it, because you won't like that. So just firmly, not over tightening. Okay, so that then makes it look like this. Okay, so now all we have to do is we have to tension this, and what that's going to do is the gears, where the gears mesh, I don't think you can see in there, but in there, there's another small gear that meshes with these little gears. And so what the tensioner here is going to do is going to make sure that the two gears stay meshed together here. All right, so I'm just basically going to tighten this bolt, and what they want you to do is they want you to tighten it until the gears mesh, and then 3 revolutions after that, 3 bolt revolutions after that. So basically the problem is I can't see the gears here to tell when they're meshing exactly, so I'm just going to go by play. I'm going to basically put those together so that I'm Sure. See now, see how it's the gantry is moving when I rotate that. So I'm sure that they're meshing, and so I'm going to just tighten the bolt up until there's no play, and then I'll do three other revolutions after I make sure there's no play back and forth here.